Okay.
Unless you want to do the introduction.
No, you can go for it.
I don't even know how to start. How did I start the last one? I don't even remember.
I think it's anything like welcome to the Orchid Shop podcast, but we don't have Orchid Shop anymore in our name, so
yeah, we've not gotten it. Okay, welcome to our first podcast, and welcome to 2025. We're going to be talking about games, top games, some good deals you can grab at the moment, and the favorite games we've been playing. So yeah, we haven't got a name so far. Sounds ridiculous, but there we are. We're just going to jump in. I'm Winfield. This is Killian. Say hi, Killian.
Hello.
This is Killian. And yeah, we're just going to jump straight in. So, Killian, how's your week going? What have you been playing?
Oh, my week was pretty good. Haven't played very much, to be honest. I started playing Balatro a bit. I don't know if you know the roguelike card game, the poker game. Pretty fun to play.
What, you mean Game of the Year Balatro?
Yeah.
No, I haven't played it.
You haven't played it? Oh, that's
No.
sad.
Which is a shame.
You have to play poker against the board, and you have multipliers and anything. As a roguelike deck builder. Pretty funny. Won my first round a few days ago. Pretty fun to play. And then I played a bit PUBG, Counter-Strike, the casual games I always play. What about you?
No, I've gone back on Dead by Daylight after 2 years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've not played it for so long, and then I've gone back on it, and yeah, I hate everything about it. I'm not sure why I play it, to be honest with you.
Oh, why do you hate it?
But there's a lot of new characters on it that I've not tried. But also, I went back on it because of the new cosmetics they added. They added a load of cosmetics from a very famous, legendary manga artist. But there's some nice horror ones in there for the killers and survivors as well. So yeah, I've been playing that, checking it out, and it's pretty decent, to be honest. Pretty good. Been enjoying it.
Oh.
Yeah, I said I hate it, but it's okay. It's not too bad. And I like. I don't mind it because it's a game you can play on your own as well. I know it's 1 against 4, but you can play on your own, which is what I kind of like as well.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't played Counter-Strike or anything for a long, long time. I haven't played Counter-Strike since 1.6.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I used to play Counter-Strike on the Xbox all them years ago. Before the Xbox 360. I think it was on the original Xbox. That's how long ago. It's good times.
That's really a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, no, let's jump into the podcast. Let's forget about what games I'm playing because it's not that interesting. But top games out this week, we're going to start with that. So what was out this week? Well, first we had Ys Memoir, The Oath in Felghana, which I believe is a remake of Ys 3, if I'm not wrong. I think it is another adventure RPG. And I love my anime games, to be honest with you. I think they're pretty decent. I do. And this one's pretty good. I've played a couple of the Ys games. I don't know if you have.
No, I have never heard about them, to be honest, before.
Yeah, so I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. That's how I got into my RPGs. I think like a lot of people in the 90s, Final Fantasy 7 kicks it off for a lot of us. But my favorite of that series is Final Fantasy 8, but that's another discussion entirely. But Ys is kind of, it's not turn-based. It's more of a running around, smashing the buttons as quick as you can to defeat enemies, but you get the character building in there as well, and the character customization, the loot, where you can equip stuff to different characters. And that's what I like about it as well. So Ys Memoir, The Oath in Felghana, it is a remake, but there's so many in this series. It doesn't matter where you jump in. I think you can jump in pretty much anywhere. But I do recommend it because it's, again, if you like that kind of game, if you like that, the JRPGs, is a brilliant game to jump into. And yeah, I recommend it, to be honest with you. And I think it's out on Nintendo, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo. So if you got one of those, definitely buy it. Highly recommend it. That's Ys Memoir.
Okay. And then we have another game which came out as Sea Fantasy. It's an action RPG, like they call it, and it's mostly about fishing. You have to fish, catch many fishes in different locations, caves, seas, the ocean, with the complete skill system, combat, everything you have in typical games. It's a pixel and open world game. You have to sail, adventure the world, and fight dungeons even with the power of fishing.
I've always said that a game is not a real game unless you have fishing in it. It's the only reason I play MMOs, to fish.
Fishing is great in games. I love it. Stardew Valley, I got every fish at this game. Just a few weeks ago, I got the last one.
Oh, have you? No, that's...
Yeah, I play with Stardew Valley with a friend, and we try to get every achievement. And we finished the fishing now.
No, I love fishing. Did you know in Lord of the Rings Online, the only job you can get or the only hobby you can get in that game is fishing?
No,
It's the only profession you can get. So, you know, like how WoW has like a dozen different ones.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings introduced fishing years ago. They were supposed to add more in, but never have. Fishing is the only one. That's how important fishing is. So sea fantasy, again, if you like your JRPGs and your RPGs, honestly, just fish to save the world. That's basically what it is. I like it. I love my fishing. Sea fantasy.
And it's released on PC, Xbox Series, and PlayStation 5.
It's definitely a game I'm going to pick up, to be honest with you. In fact, as soon as I saw it the other day, I was like, I need to get sea fantasy. I need to go fishing and save the world. You know, if you can do that. And the next one is Freedom Wars Remastered. Of course, it's another action RPG. Not around fishing. This one is where you're in a prison sentence, I think, which is a bit strange. 1 in a million, it says, prison sentence. So survive deadly missions to earn any hope of freedom. So, yeah, different take on the genre, to be honest with you. A little bit different. Looks a bit good. Looks very actiony. Lots of explosions. I don't know if you've seen this one at all, but yeah, I haven't heard of it until this week. And yeah, it's out on the Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC. I don't know if there's anything you want to add to it, if you've seen anything.
No, Justin, you were born to imprisonment. 1 million years you have to be in prison. But if you fight on the battlefield, you can shorten your sentence and have a chance to get out of prison anytime. So you have to fight very much action, and much of fun, probably.
Yeah, I think it's co-op as well, which is good, and PvP. So you can play with your friends as too. So that'd be pretty good. Be pretty funny, I imagine. One of those games you're going to love to stream, I imagine, if you're into streaming. Or maybe watch people stream. I don't know. But yeah, that is the top games out this week. Of course, these are only a few of the games out this week, but yeah, some big ones. And I'm definitely going to pick up Sea Fantasy and check out Yes Memoir as well.
Yeah, we'll try the fishing game as well, I think. I like fishing.
Yeah, I like doing it in games, but not in real life. I can say that.
Yeah, that's true. And it's so boring in real life.
It's so boring.
There for an hour and nothing happens. No, thank you.
No, playing a video game where every 2 minutes you're catching a fish. It's much more realistic in the fishing game. Now on to the main news for the week, and we're going to start off with the NVIDIA 50 series GPUs unfailing. I mean, it's every year new graphics cards come out, NVIDIA. I mean, I'm still on the 30 series, but yeah, the 50 series is coming out, and yeah, the prices don't look too bad, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we have the 5070 at the cheapest model with 550 USD before taxes. So in the EU, it would be around 700 euro probably, something like that. But the 5070 has the same FPS in-game as the 4090 right now. And this one costs 2,000 euro. But it's with DLSS 4. So it's not the real comparison, because DLSS 4 makes it much faster, not farther, and make it much faster in games, not this much more performance probably. Then we have the 5070 Ti for 750 USD, the 5080 for 1000 USD, and the 5090, the new top model, for 2000 USD. So the cost of the high-end graphic cards are the same, but the 5070 is pretty cheap in comparison to the 40 series from the last years.
Yeah, they seem a bit cheap, but with NVIDIA, prices can go up pretty fast once people start buying them. So,
Yeah,
I
especially
mean, if
with
you want it, I do
mining.
recommend. Yeah, I do recommend grabbing it. If you fancy it, I mean, I might pick it up a little bit later on once things have settled down. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, performance wise, I mean, it's NVIDIA, isn't it? And I've never had an AMD card. I always go NVIDIA.
Yeah, me
So,
too.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would, so NVIDIA might, the ones I always get. And yeah, as far as cards go, they look pretty nice. And to be fair, looking at them, I mean, they're called the Blackwell series and they look quite nice. They're a good looking graphics card.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if a true fan design is good for heating with these new graphic cards. 5090 only true fans could be hard to cool it down. Yeah, we will see. They will
Yeah.
have tested it probably.
But no, it looks good. Like I said, it's a
Yeah,
good price point
for
as
sure.
well for people looking to upgrade their systems. It's
Yeah, for
not
sure.
it's not too bad. All the specs are out, but yeah, it comes after a long time of speculation. But Nvidia did unveil them last week, so yeah, check them out. And to be honest, the benchmarks are pretty decent. I'm looking at the Alan Wake 2 ones. There's some nice frames.
Yeah, that's for
Um,
sure.
yeah, so Plague Tale Requiem as well. As you'd expect, all the new games are going to work really, really well. Black Myth Wukong. I mean, you get a massive boost with that one if you get a 50 series card with DLS. That's 4, like you said. So yeah, it's one of the best games out there. Wrap it. Next one up
Next.
is the Helldivers 2 film announced. I don't know if you're excited about this one.
I haven't played Helldivers at all, so I'm
Well,
not this excited, but it could be great, I hope.
I've
Not
never
like
played
What is
Helldivers
movie.
2 either. Well, for me, it's funny, isn't it? Because Helldivers is basically takes inspiration from Starship Troopers, and then it's going back to films as well, like Starship Troopers. And Starship Troopers, not long ago, recently released another game. So I find that quite amusing, just personally. But yeah, third-person shooter, Helldivers 2, everyone's wish list last year. It's a Sony game. In fact, I think it's Sony's biggest hit ever, isn't it? Isn't it the Sony's fastest-selling game ever?
Yeah, I think
Helldivers
so.
2. It's a massive game, and of course, they're looking to expand the universe, and they're going into film with it. And alongside Helldivers 2, they've also got a Ghost of Tsushima anime coming and a Horizon Zero Dawn film, which I think will be a pretty decent sci-fi franchise to expand into film. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's for
Helldivers
sure.
2. Yeah, Helldivers 2 coming to movies soon. No time frame, of course, no casting, anything like that. It was just announced last week. Yeah, look forward to that, particularly if you love a bit of freedom. You like spreading it. Helldivers 2. Next one.
Next one, we have We Are to a Fighter. A new concept really for it. It's a fighter game, obviously. And it's more than 20 years old, the last installment. And now we will get a new remake of it. I know, have you played the original one? Or not?
No, do you know, I don't think I've ever played a Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, me too. The
I
only
was big in Tekken in the 90s.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
Virtua Fighter inspired games like that because I think it was the first like widely known 3D fighter.
Yeah.
And Virtua Fighter, this new one, I think is going to be somewhat of a reboot for it as well. So they've shown the in-game engine video concept or in-engine video concept, and it looks quite nice. Looks graphically, it looks good, but of course, there's no gameplay in there, so you got to take it pinch of salt almost. But
Yeah.
no, Virtua Fighter is a big series. It's been going since 1993. It started off in arcades. I think it's mostly been in arcades for the last 20 years. I think this is the first one in 18 years. But yeah, it's a pre-development concept video. No, it looks good. Yeah, no, and the team behind Like a Dragon and the Yakuza series is developing the game as well. So you got to expect a lot of explosive action and decent mechanics too. It looks smooth, looks good. What more do you want from a fighter? I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. But yeah, keep this one on your radars. I imagine it's going to release on PlayStation, maybe PC. We don't know the platforms. But the last Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, which is a remaster of a remaster, that came out on PC, or is about to come out on PC later this month. So yeah, keep an eye out for the new one when it's nearly released. Anything else you want to add on that before we move on?
No, I don't have anything to add there.
Nice. Next up, we have Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector. Have you played the first one? I haven't.
I haven't as well, no. Never heard about it.
Yeah, I think I owed it, but I've not played it. But Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector is going to be the last one of the series. You know, it's the last one that he wants to develop. The developer is going on to hopefully, well, he's going to make his next game, but he wants to turn Citizen Sleeper into a tabletop game. So that's what he's going to do after this. So yeah, there's going to be no more Citizen Sleeper for the foreseeable future because he doesn't see himself making one. So yeah, that's interesting because it's a big series, and I know it's one of the it's a beloved indie series, to be honest with you, and a lot of people are looking forward to this game. And this one comes out, I think it's January the 31st. This one comes out.
Yeah, that's right, for Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and the PC. So every platform is covered.
Yeah. So yeah, if you like your first one, make sure to get the second one. It looks good. And like I said, it's going to be the last one in the series, unfortunately, if you are a big fan. But you can look forward to the tabletop series when he finally gets around to developing that. The developer is Gareth Damian Martin. He's the creator. And yeah, look forward to that one. January the 31st. Next one, Elder Scrolls 4. I'll let you take over this one.
Yeah, the Elder Scrolls 4 remake. I didn't expect it, to be honest, that it comes. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, one of my favorite game series for sure, the Elder Scrolls series. Played the Elder Scrolls 5 hundreds of hours with mods, without mods. Played Oblivion a bit, not that much, but I loved it. Like all the games. If they really do a new remake of the game, it would be so amazing. But I still wait for the Elder Scrolls 6. I think 6 years ago they gave me the teaser trailer and then nothing. Still waiting. But yeah, a remake of Oblivion would be amazing. New graphics. Maybe a bit better gameplay. But we'll see if they will really do it. And if it will come, I hope so. Then can everyone enjoy Oblivion on the modern PC with modern graphic as well, and I think it would be great.
Thing I find about the Elder Scrolls 6, I think it's now longer since they announced it than it was between Skyrim and Oblivion releasing. So they're taking the time with Elder Scrolls 6, and I'm looking forward to it as well because it's one of my favorite series. It's one of the first main RPGs I played as well, like proper ones after Final Fantasy. I went on to Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, played that. When Oblivion first came out, I played a lot of that. I remember in college, that's how long ago that was. That's 20 years ago. Playing that with my friend at his house and watching him play and build his character as well. So yeah, I'd love an Oblivion remake. I would absolutely love it. I love the Elder Scrolls games. I'm not the biggest fan of Bethesda. I don't think Skyrim, controversial hot take, I don't think it's a good game. And I don't think it deserves the credit it gets because I don't think Bethesda made it a good game. I think modders made it a good game, not Bethesda. So that's just my hot take. I have tried it in VR as well. I played Skyrim in VR, and that's an experience to have as well.
I never played VR games ever. Was it good?
Oh, I love VR. They're so good. I saw you playing War Thunder the other day in VR. That game is incredible.
Okay.
Yeah, flying a Spitfire or Messerschmitt, in VR. Oh my word. It is so nice. You get kills. You don't get any kills because everyone else is playing it in third person, and can see the whole thing. And you're in the cockpit. But it's a really good game. But yeah, Oblivion, I'd love to play it again. I really would. I'd love to go back and just experience it all over again for the first time because that's one of the sad things about these games that are 20 years old that made the genre. You can't play them for the first time again. So if the remake rumors are true, I am super looking forward to it. But also, if they are making a remake of Oblivion 4, when's Elder Scrolls 6 coming?
That's a fucking great question. Maybe in 10 years? We don't know.
I mean,
60 years after the teaser.
I know Bethesda like to take their time with things, but Christ, they've got 3 franchises now. I'm assuming they're going to be working on another Fallout. They're going to be working on another Starfield. Now they're doing remakes. Have they got time? But yeah, Oblivion. It's a good game. Like I said, if you like open world RPGs, you can't go any more wrong really than well, you can't go wrong with Bethesda. I know I'm not their biggest fan, but their games did set precedent for the genre. And let's not forget, horse armor. That's where it began. Let's not forget with our microtransactions. Now, a game that I'm looking forward to, even though, again, I've not really played the series. I played World, played a little bit of the last one, but Monster Hunter Wilds beta, is coming for 2 weekends in February. And
Yeah.
I am looking forward to it because, again, I like the idea of Monster Hunter. You hunt monsters, you break them down for parts, you craft more armor, and you go again. In theory, it's got endless replayability. You discover new things to do and new weapons, and you can play it however you want. And plus, it's going to be co-op as well, so you can play with friends. So Monster Hunter, for me, right up there is the game I should be playing a lot. But really, I've only really tried World and never really got into it. So I really want to get into Wild. I really want to. And I'm going to start with the beta, which begins February the 7th. That's the first beta. February the 7th.
Second beta. The second beta. We already had one of the. I played it. It was very buggy.
Oh yeah, they did have a
the
beta,
second
didn't
beta.
they? They had a beta
Yeah,
last year.
They had a beta.
I was away, so I couldn't try it. But you're right. So they got a second and third beta. So one on the 7th of February to the 9th, and then on the 13th of February to the 16th. They're the upcoming betas. But no, you tell me about Wild. Should I be playing it? You played the last beta. I never tried it. I wanted to.
I tried it. It had many new mechanics. Was funny, but it had many bugs. One of the monsters didn't move in my case, for instance, so wasn't this good. Maybe the next beta now is better and has less issues, so we'll test it as well. I think the first weekend, and then I will see if it's got better in the month, and then I can give an update next time after that.
And when does Wilds come out? Do you know?
I don't think there's a release date yet.
No release date yet. Maybe they're gonna look at this beta and maybe announce it after that. But yeah, the first beta on PS5, Xbox Series X, and Steam is on February the 6th, and it is crossplay. So yeah, get on with your friends.
We have a release date. It's February 28th.
February the 28th.
Yes, we have a release date.
Really, you can't really call it a beta, can you? If you're running a beta 2 weeks before the game comes out, that's not a beta.
That's really not a beta.
No, that's just basically trying to get people to buy the game. So the game should be hopefully in a fully playable state, because if it's not, the game comes out 2 weeks after it. And I have bad memories from Halo Infinite when they called it a beta 2 weeks before it came out and the game was a disaster. So hopefully they got it right. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Now, one of the biggest games in the world at the moment, it seems, Dwarf Fortress. When we talk about RPGs and we talk about endless replayability, you can't really get bigger than Dwarf Fortress. It's been going for decades. Recently came to Steam, a smash hit on Steam, as you'd expect. I really want to pick this up. I look at it every single day I go onto Steam, which is every day. I look at it all the time. But the reason it puts me up getting it is I tried what was the other one like it? The colony one. I can't remember what it's called now, which is a shame. But I tried another colony sim, wasn't for me, and that's put me off getting Dwarf Fortress. But one thing that is appealing to me is they're adding the long-awaited adventure mode. It's coming on January the 23rd on Steam. It's already in the ASCII version, but it's coming to Steam on January 23rd. So rather than your colony sim, the adventure mode turns it into a RPG. So you create your character, whatever class you want to be, whatever race, you jump in, you explore the world, you go into dungeons, you get loot, you complete quests. Yeah, another reason to pick up Dwarf Fortress, a game that's always evolving. And adventure mode it looks really good, and I am looking forward to playing it. I don't know if you've tried it or if you like this kind of game.
No, I'm not a big fan of colony games. I don't know why, but they get boring for me pretty fast. I tried RimWorld a few hours, but
RimWorld's the one I was thinking of. I couldn't get into it at all.
Yeah, me neither. So I didn't play any colony sim after that.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I got bored of Ringworld in about 2 hours. Couldn't play it. And that's why I've not picked up Dwarf Fortress, because it looks exactly the same, but with dwarfs. During a fortress. But adventure mode, even a good way to play, because I do like Tales of Maj'El. I don't know if you've tried that.
Which one?
Tales of Maj'El. It's a turn-based, top-down RPG, I guess you'd call it. Basically, you create a character, whether you're dwarf, orc, human, whatever. Get your class, and you go into dungeons, you complete quests, and yeah, it's pixelated. It's a really good game. Highly recommend it. Absolutely love it. That's always evolving and being updated as well. And Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode looks a lot like that. But yeah, might pick up Dwarf Fortress now just for this mode. Yeah, because it's a complete. You got going from colony sim to RPG in the same game. I mean, that's appealing to a lot of people.
That's true.
I give a lot of credit to the developers for going out on a limb there and doing something completely different. I like it. Next one, Fallout Season 2. Delayed. This one's a bit unfortunate for a few reasons. Of course, Fallout, big hit. Was it last year it came out? It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Came out last year, Fallout.
Yeah, came out last year.
Yeah, I think I watched it all in one sitting. I think I waited for it all to finish, watched it all in one go.
Two sittings.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's probably one of the best things Amazon has done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's late because of the wildfires in LA right now, which are pretty bad.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if you've seen any pictures of it. It looks terrible.
Yeah, Fallout Season 2 delayed due to the wildfires in LA. I saw the pictures for the first time yesterday, and it does look bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone's safe and whatnot. And of course, all filming permits for Southern California were revoked, which makes sense. You can't be filming in that. You just want everyone to be safe and okay. And of course, you have to think about the rescue crews as well, the emergency services, because they're the ones out there fighting, and they don't need more people in the way while they deal with their job as well. So, yeah,
even if the setting would be great right now for Fallout, everything's burning, but they can't use it. They have to use CGI.
Yeah, no, it's they definitely cannot use it. It's definitely CGI. But Fallout Season 2 is coming either in late 2025 or early 2026. We don't know yet. But with over 100 million views on Amazon, Fallout is absolutely massive. And I think it only sits behind Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. It's the platform's best watched show. That's how big Fallout was. And of course, you're never going to beat Lord of the Rings, even if it's bad, which Rings of Power is fairly bad in parts. But regardless, Lord of the Rings is always going to be the biggest on any platform it was on. So, Fallout's done a good job there.
For sure.
But moving on swiftly, game you're looking forward to, I'm sure, Pokemon.
Yeah, we got a Pokemon live stream. And it will take place next month, on February 27th. There will get news about Pokemon Go and maybe new Pokemon Go, Pokemon game, we don't know. And still, it's Nintendo, and we all hope for the Switch too. We had leaks, multiple leaks in the last year, and the Switch is definitely at its limit. We've seen Breath of the Wild has so much optimization, so they can even work with 30 frames per second. And we need a Switch 2 with better performance for upcoming games. Otherwise, they can't make good enough games which can beat Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, we'll see if we get a Switch 2 this year. And yeah. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, it's the Switch 2, obviously, if it does get revealed on February the 27th for this Pokemon Presents, I think a lot of people are looking forward to it. I think it's the best console on the market, the Switch. I love it. In fact, I've just handed mine to someone in anticipation of me getting the Switch 2. So I'm hoping they announce it pretty quick, and the sooner it comes out, the better for me. And like you said, the newer games on Switch, they're struggling, I think, with optimization, and there's limits to where they can go with it. We saw that with, like I said, with a couple of Zelda games. So the Switch 2 hopefully will switch that up. Of course, if it's going to have 4K upscaling as well. There's a lot of reasons to be excited for it, and of course, a lot of the theories that with Pokemon Legends Z to A, they're going to be showing it on the Switch too. Fingers crossed. But you'll find out on February the 27th. Yeah. Looking forward to it. Deadlock. Have you tried Deadlock?
Yeah, I tried Deadlock when it was still not public. We had to get an invite from a friend. And I played it a lot for a few days. And then I totally got out of sight with it. Didn't even see any of the updates anymore. It was pretty fun play. Liked it. I'm a general fan of MOBA games, play League of Legends, and I liked it. It was fun.
Do you
I
think it's going to
played.
be a hit? I mean, it's popular on Steam right now, even though it's not out.
Yeah, if they make it correctly, they can create a good game here. As a good competitor to Smite, as a first-person MOBA. Yeah, I think it can get great, even if they now have less frequent updates from now on, and just make big adjustments. I think that's a good one. So you can balance better and have better look inside of the game. The game has still 20,000 players daily, and if it gets officially released, I think the numbers will go up, and they have to keep these numbers. That will be the hardest part for Valve there, that the players don't lose interest as fast with a good rank system and anything. And maybe more heroes, but now we have 22 heroes in the game. But in the future, there will definitely become that they will get more heroes to play.
Yeah, I haven't tried Deadlock. I'm okay with MOBAs, but they're not my biggest thing. I tried League of Legends a few times, couldn't get into it. I was actually big on Heroes of the Storm, really big on Heroes of the Storm. And as a little bit of a side thing, they've just updated Heroes of the Storm with like new maps, which is bizarre. And a few balance changes because they abandoned that 4 years ago. So it got a random update from Blizzard, which is interesting. I hope they revive it because I think it's an incredible game. And I think if you're a casual MOBA player like me, you know, where you don't want to jump into League of Legends, just get called noob every 2 minutes when you're trying to learn a character. Because I only played Volibear in League of Legends. It's the only character I played. That's because he was a giant bear, and I wanted to fight lightning. So for me, Heroes of the Storm is the perfect MOBA, and I haven't tried Deadlock. But like I said, with 28,000 concurrent players, even though it's not even out yet, that's pretty decent. I know it's a Valve game, so any game Valve releases is going to be big. And I'll never forgive them for what they did to Artifact, abandoning that before it came out. And it doesn't look like they're going to abandon this before Deadlock comes out because, as you mentioned, you know, less frequent updates going forward in 2025, but that's to give it bigger patches in the future. So even though there'll be less of them, each update now will be more significant and change the game better for players. So I think a part of it is when they're releasing updates every 2 weeks, one of those situations where they can't quite find out how it's affecting the game, how it's affecting the players, because they're not giving every update to just settle for players to take it on board. So yeah, Deadlock. There's still no official release date for it, but it's getting big now. So with 22 heroes, I mean, how many more heroes do you need? I know their other one, Dota, you know, that's got, I don't know how many heroes that's got now, how many champions or whatever it is. But yeah, Deadlock's got to be ready for release soon, I'm sure. And maybe we'll get a 2025 release date. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, want to check out if you love your MOBAs. And finally, the big news: Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah. We got new leaks about the parkour system in Assassin's Creed. We got a few new videos about it. Especially, we got a video of the new grappling hook mechanic, which is completely new in the Assassin's Creed series. You can see clips where you can climb up buildings with it. I think it's a good and cool new mechanic. And you still have all the other things, sprinting, climbing roofs, everything you know from the other Assassin's Creed games. I think it's not that different than like in Assassin's Creed Valhalla or the other new games. You can still climb near the building and get to a good position to fight. And you have the two different characters, Nauri and Yasuke, and they have a bit different parkour mechanics. Yasuke is a bit slower by climbing, and Nauri is pretty fast at the shinobi she is. So she's much better for the assassin things, and Yasuke is the fighter who goes into combat with his katana and kills the enemies directly. So not the big of a parkour guy in comparison to Naui.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the last thing we need is another Assassin's Creed game or Assassin's Creed Shadows. And it's come to Steam on day one. So what more do you need? No, everything's about Steam, of course, but that shows you how things have changed. Ubisoft changing their plan and not keeping it to their own launcher. They just launch it on everything.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good because it was always annoying to always have the need for the Ubisoft launcher to play the Assassin's Creed games. And Steam is way more convincing because nearly everyone who plays on PC has Steam and uses it for most of their games. And nobody likes always have to switch.
That's true. One platform for all. That's what I say.
Yeah, would be the best for sure.
But yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows coming out on 14th of February, I believe, 2025.
No, it doesn't, because we have a delay. It got announced yesterday as well. We have a new release date. It's March 20th now. Ubisoft wants a few more weeks for adding additional stuff, implementing something. They still want to keep in contact with the community, like they already did since the official announcement, and want to add all the things the fans want to make it a good game at the release. Maybe not this many bugs, haha, we will see. But no, the new release date is 20th of March now.
There you go, March 20th. That's the new release date for Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's quite interesting. And that's for the big news. Unless there's something you want to add, you want to talk about in particular, you want to.
No, I think we got all the big news of this week covered.
Yeah,
and we can continue.
Yeah, so top 10 games of the week, and we recommend there's some decent ones out there. Of course, this goes off popularity of people playing on the various platforms. So yeah, and it's a chance to just go over some decent games out there. So, I mean, number 10, we have Red Dead Redemption 2. Again, if you love your RPGs, open world, your realistic graphics, Red Dead Redemption 3 is what I want to know. But Red Dead 2, can't go wrong. I played it. It's a very cinematic experience.
I haven't yet. I want to play it.
Honestly, the first 4 hours are just like a movie. You may as well not be playing it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very slow game, but there's a reason why it's one of the best games ever. Why it's considered one of the best RPGs ever, and it's Rockstar. And when have Rockstar ever gone wrong? GTA 6 is coming out later this year, hopefully. So, yeah, Red Dead 2, get it. Number 9.
Okay, continue. Okay, on number 9 we have Elden Ring, from Software. The Souls-like game. I played it. I haven't finished it yet, to be honest, but I played it like 60 hours. I'm not sure. Yeah, 68 hours I have right now in the game. Pretty fun. Pretty hard. Many deaths. I think more than 1,000 right now. But I love it.
I couldn't get into Elden Ring. I tried so many times.
I started playing Dark Souls by playing Elden Ring again, and then I had to finish Dark Souls first, so I never finished Elden Ring. I will do it this year, for sure.
Yeah, I only enjoyed Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Couldn't get into the other ones either. Maybe I'm not into the Souls-like genre, I don't know. But I wasn't big into Dark Souls. Next up, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, recently released, first person. Get to be Indiana Jones. That's all I need to say. You just get to be Indiana Jones with his whip and everything. Solve a few mysteries, travel the world. and be an archaeologist and pain in the butt for the Germans. That's it. That's basically the game. But no, it's supposed to be really good, actually, to be fair. It's supposed to be one of the best adventure games in recent years. Yeah, it's highly recommended. It's a game I keep meaning to pick it up. I think it's on Game Pass as well, because it's Bethesda. So yeah, you don't even need to pay that much for it. Just get it part of your subscription. If you haven't done yet, try it out.
And then we have on number 7 is Cyberpunk 2077. The sci-fi game from CD Projekt Red, which had the update to row last year and is pretty good now. I still haven't played it much. I played it for 2 hours and then forgot about it and played other games. One of my big problems with every game.
Yeah, too many
but
games.
Too many games, yeah. Too many games.
Well, Cyberpunk has seen a resurgence, hasn't it, since it launched? Because it launched with a lot of issues.
Yeah, that was pretty buggy when it released. Many things were pretty messed up, but they tried their best to fix it. And now they have version 2.4, I think, already. And it got a lot better.
Yeah, they even had to pull it from the PlayStation Store, didn't they, when it first released? It was that bad. But yeah, it's fixed now. And with the Phantom Liberty expansion as well, it's definitely worth trying out. Yeah, and it's just nice to see CD Projekt Red do something different. First-person sci-fi RPG, why not? Helldivers 2, we've mentioned it. The film's coming out. It's one of the biggest releases of last year. It's PlayStation's fastest-selling ever game. So yeah, Helldivers 2. It's for freedom. It's for liberty. It's co-op. It's got action. It's got bugs. It's got explosions. It's got guns. And I don't think you need the PSN account. No, wait, I think you do. I think
No,
you
don't. You don't need. There was big of the problem. Everybody hated it, so they canceled this plan. You don't need your PlayStation account.
See, I think I've not played it, but I think that those who already own it at the time don't need a PSN account, but those ones that buy it now do need a PSN account.
I think they completely revoked it, to be honest, because they had so many ones who hated it. Very bad comments. I think the Steam rating dropped by 20%. So they just revoked it completely. So you don't need to link your PSN account.
Either way, I'll check it out and I'll put it as a little edit on the video, whether you do or you don't. But I'll take your word for it. We don't need a PSN account, but just in case. Next up, Stalker 2.
Yeah, Stalker 2, the new Stalker installment. I haven't played it. Have you?
No, but I played the other Stalker games. I was a big fan of them when I was younger, when they first came out. I was highly looking forward to Heart of Chernobyl. Still haven't got it. Definitely going to pick it up. Yeah, sci-fi, first-person horror, fantastic.
If we get back to Helldivers real quick, checked it. You don't need to link your PSN account. You can do it, and you get a small reward, but it's not required.
Oh, there you go. PlayStation want you to sign up for it, and that's why the reward's there. I like it. Baldur's Gate 3, biggest RPG ever, possibly. You know, it's redefined the genre. I think they've done a good job with it. Of course, the team's moving on now. Larian isn't going to be making the next Baldur's Gate, which is a shame because they've just got the formula right after Divinity. They went on to Baldur's Gate, created that. Unbelievable. The mechanics in it, the story, everything about it is so good. But yeah, we'll look forward to seeing what goes with Baldur's Gate 4, whoever ends up developing it. And of course, with Larian moving on to something else, it'd be exciting to see what they do. But Baldur's Gate 3, if you haven't tried it, what are you doing? It's co-op, it's Dungeons and Dragons, it's hundreds of hours of fun. They're going to have another patch coming up very soon with loads more subclasses, lots more to do. Pick it up.
Then we have on number 3, EA Sports FC25. The former FIFA, which hasn't the name anymore, this football game. I don't play it. I don't like it. It's the same, in my opinion, than the last years. But for fans, it's still a great game, I think. Think you played it?
I was a big fan of FIFA. I've been playing them again since like 94, 95. Been playing FIFA for a lot of years. I did try EA Sports FC 24, played 2 matches, and both games I played against France. I always play as one team. I played against some people playing France, and both times their striker Kylian Mbappe went invisible in both games. I didn't play it again
Oh,
after that, so I played for about 40 minutes, and I've not played it since. And I'm not going to pick up FC25. It's killed it for me. I'm not interested. But
yeah.
yeah, if you like sports, if you like football, you got no other option. That's the problem.
Yeah,
It's got all
that's
the
true.
official licenses, got all the players, all the teams. You've not really got any other choice. You're gonna have to pick up FC25. So if you like them games, pick it up. I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure it's better than FC24 when I played that. But yeah, it's one of those highly addictive games that you think one more game, and next thing you know, it's 4 a.m.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
Second up, well, number 2 is Call of Duty Black Ops 6. It's another Call of Duty game. I haven't played any of the Black Ops games at all. Didn't even know there was 6 of them. That's crazy to me.
Me
But yeah,
neither.
it's Call of Duty, isn't it? It's fast. It's first person. There's anger. There's a lot of rage. What more can you say about it? Is the campaign good? Who cares? You play for the multiplayer. You play for the PvP.
And you play for the zombie mode.
Oh, and the zombies modes, of
And the
course, as
zombie
well.
mode, of course.
I do remember the zombies mode. Playing a lot of that World at War. Yeah, love that. But yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Again, it's probably the best FPS franchise on the market. Try it out.
And then at number 1, we have Path of Exile 2, the early access game right now. And it's an action RPG hack and slash with a fucking massive skill tree with over 1,000 passive skills, I think.
It's not even out yet.
1,800. It's not even out yet. It's early access. That's pretty funny. It will be it's a free to play game, but it has over 3 million sales already for €27 as a early access supporter pack. It's a pretty smart move in my opinion. So you can say microtransactions are fine because it's a free to play game, but it's not free right now because it's still in early access, and to play it right now it costs money. I think grinding gear games made a lot of money with the early access for free to play game. But yeah, it's still an amazing game. And €27 is a good price, in my opinion, for a game like this. You have many hours of grinding, story, enemies, and you can play it with friends. So I like it.
Yeah, Path of Exile 2, the Diablo killer. It's the game Diablo should be.
Yeah.
And hopefully
sure.
Blizzard take note for the next one. That's it. That's our top 10 games. So yeah. Number 1, Path of Exile 2. Fantastic game. In fact, everyone on my Steam friends list is playing it at the moment. So it's got to be a good game. And then we come up to the games releasing this coming week. Some decent ones. Ones I'm excited for. Hyper Light Breaker, which is the game following Hyper Light Drifter. They switched up the series a little bit for this one, and it looks decent. It does look like a good game. Again, if you like your sci-fi and you like your RPGs and action games, you're going to absolutely love this one. And especially if you're a big fan of the first one, Drifter, then you're going to like this one. This one puts you in a world in disarray with mysteries to solve, vicious enemies to fight, and fully 3D environments to explore. That's right. Hyperlight is going 3D for the first time. Yeah, join the Breakers, fight the overgrowth. What it's all about. And that's coming out on 14th of January. And that will be out on PC.
And then the second game which is coming out next week is Aloft. It's a co-op sandbox survival game, and it's set on a world full of floating islands. So you have to build skyships or fly with a wingsuit from island to island to explore civilizations, lost civilizations. There's corruption in the world, like in many survival games. So something you have to be careful, and where you can have to restore the ecosystem of these beautiful small islands. Like I said, it's co-op. It's pretty fun to play. Right now, you can test the demo of the game for free on Steam, and it's set to be released on 15th of January 2025. So if you like co-op games, if you like exploring and survival games, it's definitely an amazing game to test out. So check it out with your friends on 15th of January.
And it might have fishing.
It might have fishing. You never know. It's a survival game.
I hope so.
Oh.
That game I'm really looking forward to, Assetto Corsa Evo. I'm a big fan of these sets of games. Again, played them in VR. I think they're fantastic. Assetto Corsa Evo is going to switch it up for the series, though. Instead of being focused mainly on tracks, this one's going to give you I think it's a 1,600 kilometer square map around Nürburgring to explore. It's going to have the local businesses as well. I know they're taking applications for that. So if you have a business around the track, you can apply to be in the game, which is exciting as well. So you're going to be able to visit them, check out the local surroundings, and of course you're going to be able to go on the Nürburgring track and try out the different cars. It's going to have hundreds of cars across history of motorsport, classics, hypercars, race cars, road cars. It's got them all. Photorealistic graphics. The tracks and the local area is going to be laser scanned in as well. You know what it's all about. If you like your driving sims or your set of Corsa games in particular, like Competizione, you're going to absolutely love this one. And again, for one, I'm super looking forward to it because I always remember going back to the original PlayStation with Gran Turismo. I mean, I look back at it and I thought the graphics were fantastic all the way back then. Now I get like I'm feeling like I'm actually playing driving a real car. So yeah, absolutely looking forward to this one. This comes out on the 16th of January. It's going to be out on PC, coming into Steam in early access. Check it out.
And the last game for next week is Dynasty Warrior Origins. It's a game which takes place in China in the period of the Three Kingdoms, so 220 after Christus. It's a third-person action game, I think. You have to fight against massive armies of enemies with your country. The world full of chaos. I see big fights, and you're a nameless hero, and you're strong as hell. You can easily take out 10 enemies at once and even more. So a lot of action, a lot you can do. There's a demo of the game as well on Steam, so you can try it out now for free. And it's coming on 17th of January 2025. So if you like games like this, check it out.
Yeah, I think I was reading somewhere the other day that I think it's up to like 1,000 enemies you can fight at once.
Yeah,
which is
saw videos right now and it looks massive.
Yeah, it's going to be big. It's kind of like if you're thinking massive army size, you're thinking something in terms of Space Marine 2, just hundreds of enemies at once. But in this, you're going to be much more. You're just going to be swinging your weapon around like crazy.
Yeah,
that's how you're going to be doing on this one. Yeah, and that's it for the game releases. And that's out 17th of January. That's exciting. Now, some of our favorite deals of the week. That you can pick up games right now, games that we recommend. First up, Dishonored 2.
Yeah, Dishonored 2, a game where you are an assassin. That's an assassin game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You're an assassin. You have to kill enemies and try to stay sneaky. It's currently on sale for the PlayStation 4 until the 18th of January, so you have one full week left. And it has a 90% discount, so you can get it for less than €2. So you should definitely test it out for this price. It's an amazing game. Brings a lot of fun, and yeah.
Yeah, definitely one to pick up. I love the first Dishonored game, where you have lots of stealth in there, or you can just be as brutal as you want. It's up to you. You can take it down non-lethal or lethal. Game I played a lot of, again, in VR, Dirt Rally 2.0. Very good game, very good racing game, particularly if you like your rally ones. I think this is probably one of the best racing games I've played. Well, I'll say racing, you're just beating the clock. Lots of challenges. It's online as well, so you can compete against others. It's 85% off until January the 18th, again on PS4. But yeah, I do think Dirt Rally 2.0 is worth it if you like your driving games and your rally ones. And the graphics are incredible too. And last up, what's your next one?
The last one we have is the Personal Collection bundle for the Nintendo Switch. The Personal Collection contains 3 games, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 3 Portable. And you can get these 3 games with 60% off So they only cost €36 right now at the Nintendo shop. The personal games are turn-based JRPGs with amazing characters and lots of fun. With these 3 games, you have hours and hours to play, so it's definitely worth it.
I'm playing through Persona 4 Golden at the moment, and yeah, there's a lot of dialogue. So if you like your dialogue and you like your very heavy, rich, narrative-driven games, the Persona games are fantastic, and this one you can get 3 of the best at massive discount. Definitely worth picking up. And I think that's it. I think we've been through everything. I think that's it. That we've gone through the top games of the week, the gaming news, and of course our recommended deals. Anything you want to add? Anything you've been playing? Anything you recommend? Anything you want to go over?
Ooh, anything. Balatro. Guys,
Balatro.
play Balatro. It's fun. It's amazing. It's not expensive. It's even on mobile, so you can play it anywhere if you want to. That's my recommendation for this week.
Balatro. I like it. And my recommendation for the week is Dwarf Fortress. Why not? With the new game mode coming out, Adventure Mode. Even though I'm not a big fan of Colony Sims, I'm going to try out that Adventure Mode. I'm definitely going to do that. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the podcast for this week. That's the first one out the way. So yeah, well, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. Anything you want to add, Killing, before we go?
No, just thanks for listening, and we'll hear us again.
Yeah, we'll do the one next week, and hopefully things will improve as we go. Stick with us as we work out the video and the sound and everything, and get the format right. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
There we go.